Hello and welcome. My name is Kay Hickman. I'm the Artist Services Specialist at En Foco. We are really excited to welcome you to the fourth annual En Foco Media Arts Fund Work in Progress Initiative, How to Apply session. To date, we have awarded 15 artists with this Works in Progress grant to help them complete their projects. And we are looking forward to awarding 5 more artists this year. Today, we will go over some text suggestions. We will explain each section of our application, and we will close with some time for Q&A. We welcome you to send any and all questions by typing them directly to the Q&A feature here in Zoom, and we will address each question at the end. We want to make today's program as accessible as possible, so a recording of the session will be available with closed captions at a later date on the En Foco website. Before we begin, En Foco would like to acknowledge that our offices are in the Bronx, on what was originally the homeland for the Lenape peoples. We aim to honor all members and accomplishments of the Lenape communities past, present, and future. And with that, let's get started. En Foco is a nonprofit organization that supports US-based photographers of African, Asian, Latin, Native American, and Pacific Islander heritage. Founded in 1974, En Foco makes their work visible to the art world, yet remains accessible to underserved communities. Through exhibitions, workshops, events, and publications, it provides professional recognition, honoraria, and assistance to photographers as they grow into different stages of their career. This opportunity is designed to support early career artists of color from New York City who engage with digital media technologies with their art-making process, offered in collaboration with BronxNet. The award will focus solely on works that need support towards the completion of a current project, which demonstrates the highest quality of work and potential as determined by a panel of peers and industry professionals. The Works in Progress initiative will award 5 career artists with a $2,000 support grant to be used towards the completion of the proposed project. It will feature the Media Fund Fellows in its fall 2024 Nueva Luz publication in both printed and online editions, and will provide professional development and networking opportunities. Eligibility. Only works in progress proposals submitted by early career artists will be considered for the award. Completed projects are ineligible. Entries showcasing traditional photography where the final product may result in still imagery will not be considered. However, products within other mediums and media that include photo-based processes will be considered. For this opportunity, we define early career artists as having 2 to 9 year artistic working history. Artists who have also applied for the 2024 Photography Fellowship are only eligible to receive 1 award. For more information, please visit enfoco.org. Submitted entries may include, but are not limited to, film, video, installations, mixed media projects, experimental processes, sound art, and others. Who can apply? Early career artists of Latin, African, Asian American heritage, and Native peoples of America and the Pacific. Applying artists must be residents of New York City for the past year at the time of submission and must show proof of residency, must be at least 18 years of age, and collaborating artists are eligible to apply, but only 1 can submit the application. Who cannot apply? Graduate or undergraduate students matriculated in a fine art, photography, or arts-related degree program at the time of submission. En Foco board members and staff are ineligible to apply. BronxNet TV board members and staff are ineligible to apply. Important note from En Foco. Artists are welcome to apply to both the En Foco Photography Fellowship and the Media Arts Fund opportunities. However, selected artists are only eligible to receive 1 award. The panel process. Applications selected are based exclusively on the excellence and quality of work submitted All work will be reviewed by panelists selected from a pool of photography and digital media related professions, such as artists, curators, critics, and collectors. Each year, new panelists are chosen to ensure a fresh perspective in the review process. En Foco's board of directors will review the panel recommendations to assure the integrity of the process and formally approve the awardees. Submission requirements number 1. Create an account with Submittable.
Welcome to Submittable. Submittable is an online platform that thousands of organizations use to collect and review all kinds of submissions and applications. You can use Submittable to discover and submit to those opportunities. From grants and funding to contests and awards, from calls for creative work to residencies and workshops, and from scholarships and fellowships to conferences and exhibitions, even jobs and internships. Whatever it is you're looking for, you can find it on Submittable. You may have found us through Discover, our site of available opportunities, or through one of our partner organizations. After you create a free account, you're ready to make your first submission. As you fill out the form, be sure to refer to the guidelines to ensure that you qualify, follow the instructions, and note any required responses or fees. If you save a draft, you can come back to it later from within your account. When you submit, you'll receive a confirmation email. Sign into Submittable to check on your application's status. You also may be able to message the organization or request to edit your submission. All organizations have a different process for reviewing content. If you have questions about your submission or the organization's review process or timeline, please contact the organization directly. You'll receive an email if and when your application is accepted, declined, or marked as complete. If you have any technical questions, the question mark in the top right will take you to our Comprehensive Help Center. If you can't find an answer to your question, contact our friendly support team through the form. Thanks for joining Submittable, and congratulations on taking the first step toward landing your next great opportunity. We're glad you're here.
Submission requirements number 2. A project proposal describes specific aspects such as subject matter, context, content, location, personal relevance, and the anticipated completion of the work you submitted. A project proposal needs to describe what your project hopes to accomplish, why those objectives are important, and how you intend to achieve them. Be sure to describe the process, expected outcomes, and when you expect the work to be completed. Some questions to consider for your project proposal. What is the work about? What is your relationship with the subject matter? How does this work represent the primary concerns and intentions of your artistic practice? How are you engaging new or digital media in the proposed works? How would you explain your work to someone who has never experienced it before? Submission requirements number 3, the budget. Outline total costs associated with the project, including which portion of the budget funding is requested for. The budget should include all of the associated costs with the completion of your proposed project and outline where the $2,000 award will be allocated. An important note from En Foco: depending on the progress of your project, you may be eligible for an additional $500. Submission requirements number 4. A one-page resume and a 150 to 200 word biography. Some questions to consider. Where were you born? And where did you live after that? Where are you currently based? What has been your artistic inspiration and why? What is your favorite medium? Do you use any special techniques? Did you receive a formal art education? Or are you self-taught? What art exhibitions have you been a part of? Is your work in any collections? Submission requirements number 5. A 200-word artist statement and headshot. Describe the primary interests of your practice. Your artist statement is a written description of your work that gives your audience deeper insight into it. It may include your personal history, a symbolism you give your materials, or the issues you address. Your statement should include whatever is most important to you and your work. Your artist statement supplements the visual information in your portfolio. Headshot requirements. Headshot should be 300 DPI, JPEG only, with a minimum of 5 inches on the shorter side. Support materials. These should best represent the scope of your proposed projects, including samples of past work and current works in progress. Include a brief description for all samples. Visit enfoco.org for expanded submission guidelines. Photos. Submit 1 to 5 images, JPEG only, 3,300 pixels minimum, resolution is 300 DPI. Videos. The file types should be MOV or MP4 files at a 3-minute max. Links are acceptable. Sound. MP3 files, the maximum of 3 minutes, links are acceptable. For all other text or non-photo video or sound submissions must be submitted in PDF format. Application deadline. The application portal closes Saturday, January 27th, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. Important note from En Foco. This application form does not have to be completed in a single section. The system will save your draft application. We suggest that you save often as you fill out the form, and that you save a copy of any narrative text. Award notification. The 5 grant recipients will be notified via email. The recipients will each receive a $2,000 support grant to be used at the artist's discretion towards the completion of the submitted project. Selected proposals will be exhibited online via the En Foco website and be featured in the special fellowship edition of Nova Luz. Final progress interview. Recipients will be required to provide a brief statement and progress interview outlining the project's development and what the support helped accomplish within the project. The recipient will receive $1,500 upon notification of the award, with the final balance of $500 to be remitted at the completion of the final progress interview in October 2024. Technical support. For questions about the guidelines and application process, please contact grants@enfoco.org. That is grants@enfoco.org. For additional support, the En Foco team is holding doctor's hours every Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. until January 26, 2024. To sign up for an appointment, please email us at grants@enfoco.org. Thank you so much for joining.